hold on one second. So I'm going to be talking about launching. And, like Billy was saying, this is one of the most important things that I feel I had to not only master because of my background as a life coach and a motivational speaker. I thought I knew what to do, but I was not following the system. So the way we got from going from executive sales director to RVP was sticking to the system, but also doing what Leo said earlier, increasing our intensity. Right. So I remember many times Alfred to fly in or Bruce say, hey, man, you want to go out after the Super Saturday training? This is when it was in person. I wasn't qualified to go. Right. Because I needed to do more. I needed to help somebody else get promoted. And I want you to understand it's going to go back to launching your new agents right. But let's go ahead and read the mission of FES. I think a lot of us don't really know what the mission is, but FES is a transformational lifestyle movement providing an exceptional platform to achieve financial wellness. Now, I want you to stop on that financial wellness and really listen to what we're telling you. That's super, super important. With practical approaches to wealth protection. See, Bruce always says, not how much money you have, it's how much money you keep, right? By enriching business opportunities. Guys, this is it. We have the best opportunity on the planet, but you got to know that, right? So I wanted to make sure we do that, help you understand it. Remember, amateurs join, professionals launch. So you're going to launch a new business. Every huge brand launch. They don't say join me at Taco Bell. They launch a new Taco Bell franchise. Now, there's 3 simple steps to launching. Sometimes it get a little complicated or you make it complicated. You got to know your why, right? So when you're launching a new agent, understand their why. See, did you hear what Ajay said? They adopt their agent's why, right? She looked at the entire the title requirements. She said, well, who needs what? What does she need to do to help them? So you got to adopt your agent's why, right? The second thing you want to do is teach them how to go field training. It's super simple. A lot of us get excited about all the titles. I promise you, field training is what you need to focus on. And if you're already at field training, you need to help those agents in your team go to field training, and then your title will happen by default. That's all we did, right? And then number 3, invite with urgency. I think this is one of the major challenges to a lot of people. They invite casually. Well, you can come if you want. No. You got to go, Don King promoting. You got to be in position to promote as if it's a party, as if it's your bar mitzvah, as if it's your anniversary. You want to do whatever you can to promote. Here's why, because people have to see it. And trust me, you're not the only one that's inviting them to certain things. So the first thing you want to start off is your why. Now, I know people say your why make you cry. My why did not make me cry. My why got me fired up. Right? So I want you to put inside the chat, why did you do FES? Why did you enroll? Now, remember, your why will change. At the beginning, my why was to quit my job, right, and make some extra money, right? And then it changed. I quit my job, make great substantial amount of money. Then my next why moved to helping my wife quit her job. You guys know what happened in March and April. They were sending teachers back to work. My wife didn't have to go back to work because of this platform, guys. So my why is what kept me motivated. And I see all different type of whys inside the chat, but you need that why to keep you going. When somebody tell you no, when you get into your feelings, remember why you did it, right? And I would never forget, it was at the beginning of my career in FES. Business was going great. There was a couple of hurricanes throughout different regions, and my team fell down. And my wife and I got in an argument. I've been with my wife 15 years. We probably got in 6 arguments in 15 years, but this was a big one. And she was like, this check you got? And I'm like, okay. She's like, well, you spending a lot of time in this business, but she didn't understand the business. And I want you to really get what I'm telling you. You got to make sure you do whatever it takes to have a family meeting so everybody knows the why. So I told my wife, well, if you want me to quit, what's the plan? She didn't have a plan B. So she said, do the business, go all out. And guys, that's exactly what I did. So you want to keep your why in front of you. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's not. Maybe you want to get more money for a car note. Maybe you want to get it for a light bill. Maybe you just want to get it for daycare, right? Make the goal realistic for you. Make the goal realistic for your new agent. Maybe you want to invest into stocks or Bitcoin, or maybe you want to do like Andy DeVille and buy you a nice home or travel like Coach Legend all over the place, right? So I want you to get this. This is super, super important because as you're going through the business, you're going to need a reminder of why you started. And no matter how successful you do, think about this. You heard from top producers in the company, and we're excited and we make a lot of money. But why are we excited? We're excited for you. And we know that this training is going to help you get to the next level if you apply everything we're talking about. Now, I want you to understand these income goals are very, very simple. Now, when you're asking these questions, be intentional. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. How much money do you need to make to cover all your expenses? Maybe that person's expenses is $1,000 for the month. And sometimes I see people say, that's it? No, don't say that's it. That's great. Everyone's at different levels. No, not everyone wants to be a millionaire. Not everyone wants to be a billionaire. That comes with a lot of responsibility. So you got to meet people where they are, and that's what's believable for them. Okay? How many hours are you willing to basically invest part-time for this money? You got to find that out. I was on a three-way call with an agent, and I asked the guy, he started telling me all these things he's doing. He has 8, 9 businesses. I said, well, how are you going to find time to do the business? He was like, he never thought about that. And when I got back off the phone with him and I went on the phone with my agent to touch base with her on ask her what she learned, she said, you know what I learned? What you did, coach? You did not make him feel like he needed to sign up right now. And then also you challenged him on seeing if he's going to make time for the business. Here's why. We don't want anybody to enroll. You're delaying a retraction. So you want to make sure a person can put time in. It doesn't matter if it's part-time or full-time. Just make sure they can do the most important word, commit to everything that we're asking them to do, right? And set a 30-day goal. When I first got in, I set multiple goals, but one of the goals I set, and I'm going to break it down to you, everyone's different. I was getting paid $25 an hour at my job, right? So just think about that. Every 4 hours, I made $100. If I worked 8 hours in a day, that's $200 a day. That was my goal. Some days I hit it, some days I didn't, but I was aggressive every single day on social media. I was aggressive every single day on WhatsApp, and I did whatever it takes to hit these goals, and then it started compounding. And then I use a day like Friday to reach out to everybody to follow up. Here's why. Everybody gets paid on Friday. So here's a way that you can go field trainer. Okay. And Billy said this earlier. These are the people that we're looking for. And these are leaders. You got to be hungry. You got to be willing, and you have to be coachable, right? So you can come in and get 3 agents, 2 customers, or 2 agents, 3 customers. Like, that's it. I'm not going to waste time trying to explain to you the volume, the group volume, this volume, that volume. You do this, you're promoted. You bring your new agents in, do the same thing, they're promoted. And if everyone continues to do this, you're going to hit sales director. You're going to hit RSD. You're going to hit ESD. You're going to hit vice president. It's by default because we have the system, right? And that's what happened to me when I came from convention and went from ESD to RVP. We went back to the system. Bruce kept telling me, bro, you got to recruit up. You got to do this. Alfred kept telling me, you got to do this. You got to do that. And I kept hearing the same thing on Super Saturday, just like you guys are hearing today. So that's how simple this is. And remember, when you do it this way, you're also knocking out 2 things. 1, you're getting your services for free. Number 2, you're getting your Strive for 5, right? Now, well, Strive for 5 is your services for free. But I'm sorry, number 2, what you're doing is you're duplicating, because guess what your team's going to do? When you get your Strive for 5 done, they're going to want to do the same thing. The more people you help go sales field trainer, the more people are going to duplicate. Guys, when I tell you field trainer is super, super important, it's super, super important. Go ahead and put inside the chat, what is the next title that you're focusing on? And remember, the 1600 in volume is super, super important, but you can go well over that, right? Now, here's the other thing I want you to understand. You got to write a list. Now, guys, when we're writing a list, here's what you have to do. Not only reach out to people that are motivated, you're going to reach out to them through cell phone. You're going to call them, WhatsApp, social media. You're in groups. Ladies, you're in these single women groups. Ladies, you're in these groups for hair, nails. Fellas, you're in these groups for bikes, DJing, whatever. Get inside these groups and write your list. I remember when I was writing my list, there are some people I forgot. And I was just looking at my last text messages on my recent call. I started going alphabetical order. I started looking at the A's, looking at the B's. I was like, oh yeah. And I'm gonna show you guys a memory jogger that's gonna really help you. This is me right here, Mr. Jay Williford. The reason why this gentleman is having success also right now in this company, he moved from Philly to Miami and he didn't know anybody. Y'all missed it. He moved from Philly to Miami and he didn't know anybody. 100% of the people that signed up in his organization were all connected through social media. So we can't say we don't have a list. You can create a list. You can continue to add to your list, but you got to write a list. And when you write the list, invite with urgency. Invite with urgency. I tell people all the time, like, listen, it's happening right now. That's it. It's the brand new year. You say you want to make some extra money, right? You got to get on this webinar right now. Matter of fact, my mentor is on right now. Let me send you his live. He's on right now. So if you have that type of urgency, people move. I promise you they move, right? So here's the memory jogger. Think about your old coworkers, right? Think about customers that you had. I have one of my agents used to work at the same ad agency I used to work at. And one of his clients are a real estate agent. So I told him the same thing I'm telling you guys. I said, reach out to the people that you already have in your database. The realtor saw this, she signed up immediately, right? Maybe the UPS driver, maybe the person that's delivering your pizza, maybe the person that's doing your dry cleaning, maybe your aunt, your uncle, the barber, whoever, reach out to them. Maybe it's your kid's teacher, right? Whatever it takes. But remember what the leader said. Don't vomit on them. Keep it very simple and less is more. It's like if you go to a restaurant or out to eat and you're single and you're going to talk to a young lady just to get to know her, you can't tell her everything about you. She's going to run. Less is more, right? People are more interested. They're intrigued, right? They don't want to miss out on anything. So this is a cool memory jogger. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. This is really going to help you. And just to add to that story, one of the young men, Mr. Jay Williford, he went into a pizza place, Anthony Cole's Fire Pizza or something like that, 2 months ago. Planted the seed with the manager, been there for 15 years. The guy followed up with Jay 2 months later and then signed up. But imagine if he didn't treat this like his grand opening. Imagine if he didn't tell everybody that he knew. I'm telling you, man, you do not want to prejudge. Now, here's some examples of some scripts, guys. Now, remember, use the scripts that's in your organization that's already set up for you. You're already having success. This is just an example I want you to understand, okay? So here's one. My friend is setting up a Zoom tonight at whatever time you have. I know you're serious about getting to the next level, not betting, getting to the next level. See, you could be normal and make mistakes. This webinar is about fixing credit and making more money in 2021. I'll be on too, right? If I personally invited you, would you get on this Zoom for sure? Remember what Bruce said, if I would you. Right? That's something that you can incorporate it in anything, right? You can even use it on your kids and your wife, right? And then what about the second one? What's going on? Thank you for showing me love on my post. See, that's a key point. When you see people liking your post, commenting on it, I go in the inbox and I send them this. Thank you for showing me love on my post. I appreciate that. And it's already a connection, right? I have a super successful friend that's having a work from home webinar tonight at fill in the blank, right? You will learn how to fix your credit and potentially make some extra money. If I would you, right? If I send you the free Zoom link, would you get on? Again, guys, more important than the words is saying less is more important and your energy behind it. Imagine if you won this scratch off right here, right? You won this scratch off. You're not going to call your wife or your girl or your mom and say, Mom, you know, I won $2 million. Mom, I won $2 million. Oh my, dog, your mom probably gonna leave her job. That's how excited. Calm down, Kevin. You gotta invite with urgency because remember, your energy is transferable. You want to transfer that energy. Remember the PS3 system? Mr. Bobby Kim talks about this all the time. You guys are going to hear this all the time. You're going to save yourself time, money, and energy. You want to pique someone's interest, right? You want to show them the video, show them a webinar. Very simple. And here's another tip. When you send this person a video, right? Don't send them the long 30-minute, 40-minute webinar. There's shorter videos that your team have. Reach out to your mentor and get that video because you want to just give them a teaser, right? You want to just give them a little bit. Just like one of the leaders said, when you see a trailer, you don't see the whole movie. They just give you a little snippet and then you push on with it, right? Remember, when you're doing a three-way call, when your mentor is on the phone explaining the credit repair process, here's very important notes. You want to take notes. Right? One of our top producers, Miss Kiwi Walker, I'll never forget. She started signing up people left, right, left, right, left, right. But see, what I just realized is that because she has a paralegal background, she took a lot of notes. She took a lot of notes for them attorneys. And I'm talking about verbatim. She wrote what I said. And how did she start signing up so many people? The duplication. She took notes and she just applied what I was saying, right? Have your website ready. I've gotten on three-way calls with prospects and we're on the phone 5 minutes waiting for the person to sign up. And they like, can you send me the website? The agent's like, Coach Kev, where's my website? Oh, you done. You done. You need to know where your links are. You got to be in position, right? And then lastly, you want to edify your mentor. All the time you want to edify your mentor. And guys, don't make it fancy. Just say something good about that person. I promise you, if you was introducing Mr. Alfred Nixon, you was introducing Miss Lakeisha Merritt, Mr. Ashton Henry, right? Mr. Mike Burgos, if you was introducing them to somebody, you're going to find something creative to say. So you don't have to worry about making anything up. Just talk about what you know about and be authentic with that. And that's going to be enough. But you got to understand, you want to pique someone's interest, show them something. I like to show them the video or the webinar because the video and the webinar says the same thing every single time and it never gets tired. It's a tool, right? And then that's duplicatable. And then obviously the three-way call with your mentor. And I'm going to tell you straight up, there's been times where at the beginning of my career, I'll get Bruce on the phone with someone else messaged me on Facebook. And then I say, Bruce, I got another call. And I realized I had to learn the entire script because Bruce couldn't talk to 3 people at the same time. He couldn't even talk to 2. So remember, your mentor sometimes may not be available. And then I started taking those calls. But if you're patient with yourself, you're going to have success. So here's an open book quiz. All right. Let me see inside the chat. What is the most important title in the company? Go ahead and put it inside the chat. I'll wait. What's the most important title in the company? Go ahead and put it inside the chat. Let me see. All right. Okay. I know you raised your hand. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Boom. You got it. Field trainer. Field trainer. Not Pinnacle. Not senior field trainer. Not executive vice president. Not regional vice president. Because all of these field trainers make up the higher title. Field trainer is the most important title. But you got to remember, as you're building this business, you want to find your why. You want to launch your new agents, find their why. You want to show them how to go field trainer. You want to do whatever it takes to help them invite as many people to see this information because it's all a numbers game. Now, and I'm going to close with this, guys. You want to get plugged in and stay plugged in. Monday through Saturday, there's webinars. There's going to be a webinar tonight at 8 p.m. Your team may have another webinar as well. So you want to plug into that as well. There's always weekly team trainers and team calls. Whatever your team have, you need to plug into it. We already know the National VP University at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is what you want to go over as a new agent. This is what you want to know as you're launching your new agents because they want to plug into these tools, right? The Sunday call at 8 p.m. Super Saturday, we're here now. Every single Super Saturday, I'm plugged in, right? And you want to participate in the groups. Now, I'm talking about the Alliance group. I'm talking about your private group at your team. I'm talking about your leadership group. You want to participate in that group so your mentor knows you're in it to win it. Don't just look inside the group and don't comment, but you're getting motivation. Man, that was a great post. I appreciate that. Man, thank you. I'll be on that webinar. Man, I'm going to invite 200 people. Whatever it is, you want to participate in the group and stay plugged in. Now, here's your next steps, and I'm going to wrap this up. You want to write a new list. You want to write a new list. Absolutely right now. You want to write a new list. Use your phone. Alphabetize it. Use your cell phone. Go inside your Facebook. Go to your LinkedIn. Go to your Instagram. Write a new list. Okay? Number 2, you want to put 5+ people on the trial run. Have them make a post for you. You guys are going to always hear us talk about trial run because here's the deal. That's free leads, right? Number 3, you want to invite 50+ people to the webinar. I'm telling you, if 13 people see the business, at least one is going to join. So don't invite just 25. Don't even just invite 50 plus, 200, 300, whatever it takes. You want to get them in front of this information. And you're going to be the next person that gets promoted to field trainer or sales director or senior field trainer or VP. But you got to put in the work. Okay. And then number 4, you want to get 10 to 15 people to tag you in a post today, every day, but you want to get that done today. Because here's why. And Alfred said it earlier. Today is the last day of the volume week. So everybody who signs up in your organization today, you get paid this Thursday. They don't want no money. They don't want no money. Now you got to go out and go field trainer and help all of your new agents do the same. I want to thank every one of you for your time and just, man, Billy Scott, I appreciate you for putting this together along with Mr. Ashton Henry and Mr. Alfred Nixon. Man, shouts out to every single leader that spoke today, man. I'm just grateful to be a part of this business. And I want to let you guys know something. When I first got in FES, I told Bruce I was an agent. I told Bruce, I told Alfred, I told Mike Burgos, I told my wife, I said, my goal is to be one of the best trainers in the world. Some people laughed. The ones that knew my work ethic, they did not laugh. And I promise you guys, every single day I work harder and harder on myself to get to the next level. And you got to do the same. And I'm going to leave you with this. Success is not for the chosen few, but for the few who choose. I pass it over to you, Mr. Billy Scott.
Yes, sir. Great job, bro. Phenomenal training. Man, the launch process is everything when it comes to, again, quick statistic, again, 80% of top income earners in our profession, they got promoted and paid within their first 30 days or less. So how we get a new person started, it sets the tone for their career. And it's through, again, a simple process that we can do. And then, of course, teach and duplicate through our organization. So thank you, Coach Kev. We got